Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ladies Collective this afternoon on our Saturday anniversary edition. Look at that, 2 years. Oh my God. Where has the time gone? When I tell you I am so excited about June. Hello, so excited. And we're going to do something a little bit different. Hey, online. Everybody say, hey, online.
Hey, online.
Thank you guys for joining and tuning in. Hopefully, you'll have some comments, questions, and all that good stuff. Because we have another great guest that we brought back from our How to Love Again Part 1. Part 2 is in the building. Simon Gordon is in the building today. But before we get to all of that, we have to pay honor to a few people that if they were not involved, Elements, the Ladies Collective, and all the stuff that we're doing here would not be possible. So first and foremost, this young lady I actually just met, but I feel like I've known her for quite some time. I was able to connect with her from Lynn Thompson through Marquitas Jolly, through Melissa Jolly, and they informed me that she was the inspirational source of getting Elements open. And I said, I would be remiss if I did not have her here today as we celebrate this 2 years for the Ladies Collective at Elements, hello, and have her come and pay homage to her just to say thank you. Because I think a lot of times through life that we get so busy with things, we forget to say thank you for those people that laid the foundation. So I'm going to read this. The Ladies Collective at ECL, with the collaboration Shoshana Speaks, Visionary Support Certificate presented to Latoya Smith, in grateful recognition of your vision, your leadership and commitment, uplifting women and empowering the community. Your support helps us dream bigger, build stronger, and create lasting impact. Latoya Smith, we want to honor you today. Can you come up? So I want to present this to you and say thank you so much. And then, did you want to say anything?
I,
It's okay.
I'm really shocked. But thank you so much. It's always a humbling experience when someone remembers you,
Yeah,
especially when your intention is just to serve.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Yes. So the next one I have, I met. I'm gonna say them because I'm gonna say who it is just yet, but I met them. And I admired them because of their space. And their space was something that they protected like it was Fort Knox. And I appreciated that because not many people protect their space. And of course, they allowed the Ladies Collective to be a part of their brand, of their group, to be able to advertise and post our events, no matter what it was. They supported every single topic that we did without hesitation. The Ladies Collective at ECL, in collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, presents the Visionary Support Certificate to the Voluptuous Smokers in recognition for your vision, support, generosity, and commitment to elevating our community. Your belief in our mission, I may get a teary-eyed. Your belief in our mission helps create opportunities, inspire change, and leave a lasting impact. Thank you for being an essential part of our movement and our success. Can you guys come up? So we got to kind of fit us all in here. So we're going to swing around a little bit here. So these ladies here were the first. I'm going to slide that down here a little bit, Tracy. And I have to get y'all two more printed, so each one have one. But they were very instrumental when the Ladies Collective started and allowing us to post and advertise for our events and never said no. I was like, I'll take a chance, and I tagged them in it, and they made me an administrator. I was like, okay, I'm good. And ever since then, no matter what we did, you always supported us. So whether you were here in physical body, to me, you were always present. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Mwah.
Mwah. You're welcome. Mwah. That's why y'all had to be here today. So I got 3 more to go, but we got this. So Simon, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Hang in there with me. It's a busy day today. We celebrating. So this is a different type of certificate. They are of the same cloth. It's many of them, but they all have one common factor and common goal in mind. They're all wise men. The Ladies Collective at ECL, in collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, the Visionary Support Certificate, presented to the Wise Men of Chicago in recognition for your visionary support, generosity, and commitment to elevating our community. Your belief in our mission helps create opportunities, inspire change, and leave a lasting impact. Thank you for being an essential part of our movement and our success. Can you all come up, please? I know there's several of you, sir. Yeah, quickly. We got to make this quick. Yes.
We got something to say.
Really? Really?
Can y'all slide it there? Okay. All right. Can one of you all hold this and step in? Okay, there you go. There you go, right there. So you look that way. Okay, perfect. All right.
Thank you.
One of y'all take it. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So to our sound engineer, Sean. Oh, he's not here today, so we're going to skip that one. So Sean, you have something waiting for you real quick. This gentleman here, no matter what I ask him to do, no matter how I change the angles, he's always willing to do so.
That's so nice.
So, always willing to change the angles no matter what. I said, can we move the camera back? Oh, I think about it, but he does it anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for him. The Ladies Collective at ECL, in collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, presents to our broadcast visual specialist, Chris, in recognition for your outstanding expertise, precision, and dedication to capturing moments that inform, inspire, and connect. Your vision, creativity, and technical excellence help bring every story to life. Elevate the audience experience. Your focus, your talent, your impact, your work makes the vision visible. Thank you, Sean. That was Chris. I'm sorry. Thank you, Chris. I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
All right. So last but not least. So, what can I say about this person? I don't really have a box to really put them in. But what I can say is no matter what I did or my Taj Mahal vision on a shoestring budget, no matter what it was, they made it happen. From the walk up on the video to the spotlight to picking a background song for the summary video for an event that we did. He's always been there to make sure everything was good. So the Ladies Collective at ECL, in collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, presents the Creative Excellence Award presented to Ron Vales of JR Designs in recognition for your exceptional creativity, innovation, and dedication to delivering outstanding designs that inspire, elevate, and make an impact. Your vision, your talent, and your excellence, you bring ideas to life. Personally, my ideas. So I need you to take that picture like you did with Damon Wayans, where you have the camera there and come on up. What? Didn't see it coming, did you?
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Who gonna take the picture?
I can take it myself.
Okay, can't wait. We gotta get our picture.
I'm sorry, give me a second. I wasn't prepared for this.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Big smile. 3, 2, click.
Okay. There you go, sir. Thank you.
So much.
You're welcome. Welcome. All right. So we are gonna get started today, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all ready? Are y'all ready? Tell me. Come on. Simon, they said they're ready. I don't think they're ready though.
Well, they
Oh.
get it. That's funny.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna get into it. So if you have not purchased the How to Love Again 2, we do have the book set up in the back. If you would like to purchase them, please support our guests. The book is absolutely phenomenal. There's a part 1 and a part 2 that you can actually check out as well. So what we do is I go through the book, read a couple of excerpts, have some questions, and then we kind of feed off of that. And then, audience, please, if you have some questions, please chime in and let us know. And online, please let us know. Chime in, have questions. So,
Shauna,
yes.
There's a QR code online tied to his website.
Okay, perfect.
So if people online want to get the book, all they have to do is scan the QR code.
Okay.
And then take it to his website.
Perfect. Thank you, Chrissy. See? Just right there. Just right there. So, Simon, how are you, sir?
I'm incredible. How about yourself?
I am absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for finding time in your schedule to be here with us to celebrate our 2nd anniversary and all of this good stuff. So we're going to just dive right into it.
Ladies gonna always have me on point.
Is he?
He's gonna always have me on point.
Yes, he was very instrumental in getting this all together. So thank you, very appreciate you. Love you. I know. All right, so we gonna get into it. So, Simon, let's talk about for a minute. So, what was the premise for How to Love Again Part 2?
2 was kind of more of a descriptive, specifically to deal with the intricate details of love and relationship and relating in the process of actually expressing love and making it a reality in your everyday life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So I'm going to start with a little bit here. It's at the beginning of the book, and I really enjoyed reading your dedication. I always remember my late parents and my teachers, the Dr. Joseph P. Gordon and Lady Leslie Gordon. They were the epitome of great parentage with wisdom, love, discipline, and order. They displayed as a lifestyle before my siblings and I. Even today, as they rest in peace, their wisdom, lives, and blessings, thousands through me and many others. And the love they had is the love I have, and the love I share with all that read this book. Learn to be loving, and love will love you right back.
Absolutely.
Talk to me.
Absolutely. Now, the whole essence of You Can Love Again was, and I think we discussed this in the first time,
We did.
about the fact that a lot of people try to define or understand, calibrate ideas of practicing and functioning in love. But until you become a loving person, which only happens when you learn how to love love.
Yes.
You gotta love loving. You gotta love loving.
And it's not always pretty, right? It's not always good.
Yes, yeah, and it's not attached to what's comfortable for you.
Absolutely.
Because you always have to love beyond the essence of where you are and who you are and what you're expecting. Remember, one of the things we talked about was that loving is purest without perfection.
True.
And the whole essence is that if you got to be perfect for me to love you, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work well, right?
And the same thing vice versa.
Yeah. Absolutely. 2, whatever you find yourself loving in this instance, whether it is a person, a job, a cause, or a life mission, be careful, because you can teach yourself to accept an emptiness that only a true and honest dose of loving fulfillment can satisfy. That was powerful. So I gather that you can train yourself to be okay with being empty.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of empty people. Yeah. And attached to the whole process of the emptiness, the worst thing, though, Shauna, is being empty and don't know it. Because the challenge is that many people look for the wrong things in other people because they really don't know that what they're looking for is a resolve that actually lives within themselves.
Okay.
And the essence of, we got something popping here, the essence of loving and kind of what it is that I kind of have discovered who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out how to turn who I am or become into becoming what I was
I'm supposed
created to be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So do we have any questions in the audience yet? Just checking online, Chris. Do you have any questions?
No, not yet online.
Not yet? Okay. Before you can literally have holistic integrity in relationships, there needs to be an inner integrity.
Sure. That's clear. I mean, too many people fool themselves.
Come on. I mean, we're gonna talk about it.
Listen, I just did a whole deal on since we just brought it up.
Right.
I did a whole deal on when you're looking for a person in your life, what are you really looking for?
There you go.
Because if you talk about the whole framework, have you done the vet, not just the vetting process, but have you put together the demonstrational diagram of what it takes for somebody to be with you and for you to be with them?
Exactly.
Remember, the whole comment is that you don't love the one you can live with, you love the one you can't live without. And the whole essence that's attached to that piece is many people look for ideas rather than looking for ideal relationships and ideal people. Here's his prime example. This is what I said a couple weeks I was talking to a group, and they were like, okay, happy Father's Day. Right? So, everybody was saying all the men, happy Father's Day, happy Father's Day. And I always kind of get on the women in different groups, and I'm like, listen, we celebrate y'all better celebrate us back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, as you should.
Then I said, now, what you have, is it worth what you thought it was going to be when you started? Because men go in stages.
Yes.
Born a boy, have to grow up to become a man. If he has a child, now he ends up being a father. But the last stage of that is being a daddy. So when you look at the man from the beginning, are you seeing him as a daddy? Because if he's never in the daddy picture, you're not seeing him in his full
capacity.
Let me back it up a little bit more. Because as a boy, he gets that because he's born that way.
Yeah.
Man, he grew into that. He matured into that. As a father, he worked his way physically and then relationally into that. Okay?
Yes.
But as a daddy, it's an entire different dimension. It only comes from relationship.
Yes.
And in the concept, since since we know, I'm a bishop in the church and all that kind of stuff. Jesus kind of used this thing. He called in three places in the New Testament. He used the word ABBA, which is Abba. And he called him like Daddy God. It was not historically anything that Jewish civilization would do to approach who God was, because they use Yahweh, and then they use Adonai, and they use all the other terminologies that laid themselves in there. But for the first time, Jesus in the New Testament opens up this whole thing is that you can have a personal relationship.
Absolutely.
By literally doing that. And so the boy, when he gets grown, if he's still acting like a boy, it's a problem.
It's a problem. Yeah. Absolutely.
When he grows to be a man, but he's not developing, that's also a problem.
Yeah.
When he has children and he does not take care of his children as a father, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But when he gets respect because he's able to nurture, to cover, to take care of, to love, and to be in a relationship with, where he is seen as a place of safety and comfort.
Yes.
Now he's a daddy.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing is when you look at somebody, you really want to see whether they can be more than just a man.
Absolutely.
You want to see if they can be a daddy.
Absolutely.
Because if they can be a daddy, even if it's not to children you have, they got to be a daddy to things that they're over.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's part of the essence of them being kind of who they are. You just kind of be, that's who you take that spot. Yeah, you
and your purpose. Yeah, and your purpose.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
I
Does anybody have any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Okay.
Thanks for being here again, Simon.
Yeah.
What are key ingredients of a healthy, lasting relationship?
Key ingredients of a
Healthy, lasting relationship.
clarity, understanding, being agreeable, and then in the position of really knowing yourself. One of the major things that people wrestle with is kind of knowing themselves. And when you're in the discovery of yourself, it's a wrestling match to literally say I'm ready for somebody else. Yeah, that whole piece of a person deal, it ain't cool when you need the whole person in your life. It just ain't cool at all.
Okay, I have another question online. How do you train or teach someone to have the capacity to love?
Train.
That's the part.
That's the question. How do you train
Yeah.
/ teach someone to have the capacity to love?
Well, I got a little answer for that. First answer is that if you're talking about training them, then you're not recognizing that the capacity to love is already in everybody.
Exactly.
And everybody loves something or they love someone because love is in you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people love some bad stuff.
Yeah.
Some people love some good stuff. But love is just in you to do it. Now, I think that question almost sounds like, how do I train somebody to love me?
Right. That's what I gathered from
Yeah. Because the problem
Okay.
is that if you need to train somebody to love you, then can you train them to stay with you?
That part. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you train them to keep on loving you?
Uh-huh.
Can you train them to actually? I think what you do is train yourself by demonstrating the value that you are and that you have, and then what we discussed before. You love people in a way that they fall in love with the way that they love. They can't help but love you
There
back
you
the
go.
same way.
Exactly. Yep.
Another question.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Bishop.
Yeah.
You
Love you too, man.
mentioned daddy and father.
Yeah.
You use the word fathering.
Mm-hmm.
And can you speak of the difference between daddy and fathering? You said father.
Mm-hmm.
Fathering someone. Can you expound on that?
Yeah,
My understanding.
You got it. Fathering is what a daddy does.
Absolutely.
That, in essence, that's kind of what it is. And being a father, you just can be a donor for that. The whole process of fathering means that you really start nurturing, culturing, protecting, and providing for and establishing the relationship that, the difference between how the boy acts and how he sees the daddy is that children start seeing you as daddy when they feel like they're protected by you. I'm going to call my dad. Don't make me call my dad. Now you know that the endearment of the relationship is established between. And that's what I was talking about when I used that concept from how Jesus did the Father.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were not praying directly to the Father. He just used that concept and made them literally understand you don't have nothing until you see him as daddy.
Yep. Exactly. Any more questions? Oh, go ahead.
One more statement online, but
Okay.
we'll pass the mic to Val.
Okay.
God bless you. No, I'm the one that wrote the question online, but let me give clarity to my question.
Okay.
I believe everyone may have the ability to love, but not everybody has the capacity to love.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain level of bandwidth that each one of us carry, but do you really have the capacity to love someone? And so is that teachable? Is that trainable? Is the question.
Oh, that's what you mean.
That's what I meant.
That is the broadening of an individual self that says that I want to be in a position where I am making myself available by changing the way I live, the way I think, how I handle things, and what I'm willing to give up. Because listen, anybody who loves something got to give up something.
That's right.
All that goes to. So the whole thing, the giving up, how much I'm willing to give up. The capacity never happens until you understand that the suffering element that's in love. And it's not really who you're willing to deal with, it's who you're willing to suffer for.
That part. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for that. And I have a statement that I wanted to make.
Yeah, man.
The statement that I wanted to make was real love does not get to choose which person you love.
This is true.
Real love is unconditional. So therefore, if it's real love, you gotta love all of me, and not just the part that you want to see. I want to say
we agree with that.
Absolutely.
Me and Zig, we taking all your time.
No, you're fine. I'm agreeing with what he said. No, I'm agreeing with what he said. You're good. No, I'm agreeing with that because, so I guess I've been told by a few of my girlfriends, they say, your definition of love is different. I said, no, it's what I saw my parents doing, no matter what it was. No matter if my dad was upset about something, he never changed the fact of how he cared for my mother.
Yeah.
So even if he didn't talk to her, he made sure her gas was in her car, made sure she was good, checked on her, did the things he was supposed to do. And that's in my mind, right? But everyone doesn't see or have seen love the same way.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So no, I understand that wholeheartedly because love is the full facet 100% from head to toe of someone.
Yeah.
It's not just a piece of me that you like because this is good, but it's the other stuff too that's not so good, right?
Yeah, I think that's what Zeke is talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the whole thing is loving all of me.
Yeah, absolutely.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Everything that's attached to it.
Being free is filled with enjoyment, but getting free may come with some personal pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear a lot of years in the audience on that one. Hey, beautiful. I hear a lot of years in the audience. So we have some questions from behind that statement. Just checking. Okay.
I made the statement. So y'all gotta ask the question.
You want me to repeat it? Okay.
What page is it on?
That's on a 25.
All right.
Being free is filled with enjoyment, but getting free may come with some personal pain.
I think everybody in the room knows kind of what that's like. That it comes with some personal pain. And it's a part of deciding how much pain you're going to take, you can handle.
That part, yeah, absolutely.
And you're willing to endure, and for how long.
And for how long you're going to endure.
Yeah. And for how long. Because nobody wants to waste their moments.
True.
You only get so many of them.
This is true. And you can't get time back. None. Always make sure that your integrity outweighs your celebrity. I had to read this a couple of times. So I was like, wait a minute. Your integrity outweighs your celebrity. Okay. Make that make sense. So then as I read forward, it said that your integrity should take up space in your reputation.
Yes.
And you should always recognize that whatever celebrity you attain will only get you monetary attention and sometimes monetary esteem. On a personal note, any pursuit of being recognized through popularity should never stop you from being identified primarily through your purpose.
Absolutely.
So I gathered that, and I was like, okay, so your purpose has to be bigger than the person that you are. And your integrity along with that has to speak volumes. It doesn't matter if you have in this social media world, we say it doesn't matter if you have 1 million followers or whatever that looks like.
Oh,
who you are as a person speaks volumes to who you are.
Absolutely. And you can't fake that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So who you are is going to show up. When I talk about it takes space in your reputation, it's a whole lot of people who put on the game.
Yes.
And who look like it, who dress like it, who act like it, and sometimes bask and bathe themselves in surroundings that have the appearance,
right,
without having the reality.
And that's the part. The reality is so much more important
Yep.
than the basking in, because the basking in will eventually run out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only think for so long too.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is important not to harbor a secret relationship in passivity. Here's an example. Many of us spend too much of our life in a cage like a gerbil. I enjoy reading this, by the way. And we get on the daily carousel of self-entertainment and or emotional indifference when we become frustrated. Imagination is a great place to escape, but it is not meant to be lived in as a primary residence.
Yeah. That's the whole point of it. So a relationship, the secret relationship with passivity, will have you lock yourself into certain aspects, lock yourself into ways of thinking,
Mhm.
lock yourself into certain behaviors with people, lock yourself into if you don't say that to me, don't talk to me like that. Certain things that affect you, and by doing so, you can get so locked up in it that you end up not being able to get yourself out. And this is the whole thing about not getting out anymore because that's the gerbil who's gotten so comfortable on the wheel
They're just running.
that they look at the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when they won't exercise, they spin the wheel, but they don't go anywhere.
They stay right there. Interesting.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you truly love someone else if you don't love yourself?
Well, love is in you, and the whole concept of loving not just someone else, but loving something else becomes in essence what it is. Because love is in you, you're going to love something, you know. So we can put personage in it if we want to, you know. But a lot of people would prefer, and you can look at preferences.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people will find themselves preferring things that they don't necessarily love, but that they attracted to.
Mm.
So tell me this: how does childhood trauma affect adult relationships?
Childhood trauma.
How does
I'm gonna need you
childhood
to ask the
trauma
question.
affect
Formulate the
adult
question,
relationships?
ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it is. It is. Let's talk about childhood development before we talk about childhood trauma, because childhood development, in essence, is the beginning of the process.
Right.
What were you raised as? What were you raised to be? What you were exposed to? What were you not exposed to? What made you who you are?
Mhm.
Which things you didn't let go of? Which things that you're keeping? Here we go to the trauma now. What are you keeping that was hurting to you that you never decided to free yourself from?
Yeah.
Now the trauma piece comes here. And
Okay.
it affects relationships when it's carried over into the relationship. Um, it's sometimes it's not what you found in the relationship that messed you up. Sometimes it's what you brought into it. Yeah. And a lot of people have gotten over stuff. And what so and so did to me, what happened to me over here, I bring all this baggage into the relationship and I'm expecting it to be wonderful. But the big challenge is it can't be wonderful because I didn't let the baggage go before I got in. That was my whole thing about discovering during the whole examination, really. When you talk about being in a grown up relationship, looking at yourself first and deciding, do I qualify yet to give up my heart? Because if I give up my heart and have not given up my issues,
Mm-hmm.
I would take my issues into a place that I'm trying to give my heart to. Yeah.
So I'm going to pose a question to you. So just so some of you know, Simon was here in February for our post Valentine's Day love celebration, which is great. There are a few people that sent messages to the inbox with a few different scenarios, and I was like, okay, well, we got to get Simon back because I can't answer these questions for them. So I call it Dear Simply Simon.
Lord.
So yeah, so I'll keep anonymity as best that I can.
Edit them, please.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And my person is absolutely fantastic. My person travels all the time, sometimes with me, sometimes without. I've posed the question to my person that I want to be more than just where we are.
Mm-hmm.
My person said, I enjoy my life the way it is, and this is how it's going to be for me. However, I believe that my person will change their mind as long as I keep doing the same things that I'm doing, and they will be continually with me. Now, in the back of my mind, I do question the travel because my person sometimes is available and sometimes is not. However, I love my person dearly.
Mhm.
So, Simon, what should I do? So that was a scenario. And let me put this out there. This was written in by a man. It was not from a woman. So the respectful thing we like to do is we like to use anonymity in a lot of things because and some people they'll believe, oh no, a man would never say they'll never go through it. Oh, that's a woman talking, right? But we all as men and women go through some of the same types of challenges and things like that in relationships. But I just wanted to put that PSA out there. So go ahead, sir.
Really?
Yeah. I got like 3 of them.
Yes.
So we're gonna roll through this. Hey,
First-
I'm just saying we're going to roll through
First,
this great
you're
conversation.
gonna read it, Sean, and then you're gonna tell me that's a man talking now. So, because that's a dynamic in men's minds. So the first thing is that he sold into
Uh-huh.
a relationship that he wants more out of
Mm-hmm.
that he can't control.
Exactly.
All right, and here's the whole deal: is he's also men in the atmosphere of portraying that I'm in control when I know I'm not.
Exactly.
Because that's part of the deal.
Mhm.
Often with men,
Yeah.
not always until they mature,
Yeah.
able to give up their space.
Yeah.
And say, I prefer to give my space
Mm-hmm.
to this other situation. So he's betting on doing the same things.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be the same way. Am I getting this right so far?
Yeah, she doesn't want to change.
Anything.
She doesn't want to change anything. She wants to keep doing what she's doing the way she's doing it. And, I'm assuming, I don't know, but I'm assuming that he hopes that she may change and it would be a considerable thing to where it's just him and her.
So how much is he willing to pay is the first question.
That was from the first book. Yes. Yeah. How much will it cost you? How much are you willing to? How much are you willing to pay?
How much is he willing to pay?
Mm-hmm.
How long is he willing to pay it?
Mm-hmm. Time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That time.
Yeah.
And the next piece is if he pays it and he looks at how much it costs him,
mm-hmm.
is he willing to be okay emotionally, mentally, and relationally
mm-hmm.
with the amount that he invested?
Not knowing that there is any residual benefit of the investment.
Is it going to change you? If the answer is no.
So I want to follow up on that.
Okay.
So based on that interpretation, are men and women generally looking for different things in a relationship?
You can answer that.
I would think so, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if they're looking for different things, maybe one doesn't want to put that investment in based on what they're looking for.
And then at that point, she needs to be honest and then, move on as opposed to holding him back from finding the person that's for him.
Well, sometimes it is what they're looking for. Sometimes, Chris, it is where they're at. And sometimes where you are in life, based upon what your purpose and your goal for life is, you become disabled to do what's extra in a relationship until you meet that particular place. Because at the end then we're going back to what it's going to cost, and all the stuff that's attached to it. I don't know too many people who like being with somebody who looks like they're gonna be broke. And if you're already broke and you working toward not being broke no more, then you got some other issues here. You got to kind of deal with it in the process. So why are you laughing?
Because that goes back to a question that was asked during when we had the first one, and one of the young ladies had made the comment, well, you want a guy with this or with that, and so on and so forth. The whole list of things. And I think I believe that my response to her was, do you have that? And it was no disrespect to being a woman. I am a full 100% full grown woman in all of my splendor. However, the narrative that has been painted over the years is that you expect someone to save you when you need to save yourself. Because even in relationships, as a woman, you'll need to have a life raft for your man every now and then because you all are working together.
How about it?
It should never be a thing to where he's going to carry all of the weight and the elephant is on his back. Eventually, his back is going to break. And in my mind, I call that the pause effect. I have a different name for it, but I'll call it the pause effect. Meaning that if his back breaks and he pauses, that's your time to leave because now he's no longer beneficial to you, right? And so, in that respect, when you're asking or requiring something of someone, you have to check your boxes first to make sure you can also provide the same thing. You have a question? Oh, we have a comment. Oh, okay. We have a microphone.
So I kind of just wanted to add to that. This is where it is very important for us individually to be honest with ourselves, not only about where we are, but about what we want. And then when we do come across someone, are we in alignment with that person? And if you are not in alignment with that person and you both have a conversation and feel like you will never get to that point of alignment, it's okay to walk away.
Yeah.
No attitude,
Absolutely.
no anger, no animosity, but it all starts with being honest with you internally, which goes back to knowing what you want, who you are, being healed, resolving your issues, whatever the case may be. It all starts with you. So
Absolutely.
we need to be more honest with ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, let's add the first piece of the formula too.
Okay.
And the first piece is when you go into and learn, when you're learning relationship and learning the whole process of maturity is also included in the fact that you put yourself in this variable. I know you're present, but are you available? And there are some people who will be present in your life, but they ain't gonna ever be totally available. And you got to use that as a variable, as a formula to decide, can I stick with a person that's gonna be present for me, but not available to me?
And that's where discernment comes into play.
So expound on that availability part. Yeah, I want to hear that.
Oh, well, availability is very much attached to what am I willing to become, so you can be all you can be. So if I'm willing to make the changes, am I available to do what I have to do? Do I have to? Am I available for finding out what you need to fulfill who you are, and willing to be a part of the variable to help us make that successful?
Absolutely.
That's all attached to the available piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
I just wanted you to expound on that a little bit. Yeah. So you get the detail of what that truly really means.
Yeah.
Attraction has its own power. When you have uncharted space in your identity, you often fill it with what you are attracted to in that moment. 34. Attraction is magnetism, pull, ability to draw, power of appeal, desirability, the influence to lure, the atmosphere to create interest. It can pull you away from your life you love if you start seeing it as your future. You see attraction does not care about your past or your present. It's like a straw because it draws you in your desire with a possible new future. It is the responsibility of your maturity to help you see that you very well and likely might be pursuing what you already have possession of all over again.
Yeah. So the questions to start with that is, what are you attracted to, and who do you attract? You know, what you're attracting at the same time. Now the whole deal is, why do I keep getting the same kind of person? Why I keep getting stuck in this same kind of situation? I've seen this before. You know, am I attracting this? You know, they kind of.
That's the question.
People ask those questions all the time. Look, and what do I do with it if I keep getting this same thing? Then how do I shift my paradigm so I can begin now to actually get something different? First thing, I got to design what I want to see, design where I want to be, design what I need to be sufficiently satisfied with, and then decide if what I'm dealing with can bring me fulfillment for all those three.
Now, what if you are attracted to a multiplicity of things?
Sure.
How does that work to filter that down in that one space?
Better put them in categories, better put them in importance, and better rate them, and better decide let the most important things be the first things you deal with, while the least important things go down the scale.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Other than that, you're gonna be in trouble.
Sean, I have a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
We're talking about what are some red flags people often overlook when they're looking at somebody, looking to date somebody? What are some red flags that we often overlook?
Well, I don't know what they mean by maybe when they're trying to get somebody or when they're trying to get a relationship.
You meet somebody like she was talking about, the looks and things like that. What are some red flags if you're dating someone? I mean, there's some single women and maybe men in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
If they're looking to date someone, what are some red flags that people encounter that they often overlook? Could it be looks? Could it be their spiritual nature, their physical, their mental, their social, their alcoholic or addictive behaviors? What are some things that are often, overlooked?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so when we talked about this in the first book back in February, I gave the analogy that you could be a beautiful custom designed Lamborghini, but when you lift the hood, it has a Pinto engine. So meaning I could be the best thing since sliced bread, carved out of the best Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine. But if I'm empty inside, what does that say? And a lot of times, often we find that people do fall for that, right? The physicality. Hello, beautiful. How are you? They fall for the physicality of people, and then they find out that they're empty inside. But sometimes, what happens when it's too late and you're so into that outside appearance,
Yeah.
and then you try to fix the emptiness.
Yeah, that the first piece that's attached to that is that I don't think you qualify to look for anybody until you look first at yourself. And the whole deal is that once you define all the things that make you happy, fulfilled, complete, that mature you, that develop you, that gives you the framework where you now sense that this is where I want to be and what I want to be in life. Once you know you, then when you meet somebody, you know exactly by the relationship building that don't match me. And you have to tell yourself the truth. That ain't really what I need. And it's important not to waste a whole lot of time. Because that's where your question started. Trying to find something, it starts with you. I would know right away. Like, listen, if we can't have a conversation, if we can't have basic enjoyment, if there's not a framework where there's some fun, and the whole process of having also independence and individualism and acceptance, if that it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time right from the beginning. So I ain't gonna waste my time. I'm too old.
Get your body in shape. You're not old, Simon. Don't say that. Get your body in
I'll be
shape.
69 in a couple months.
Get your body in shape, but don't leave out your life.
Yeah.
Get your life in shape, but don't leave out your legacy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That I wrote that on purpose too.
Okay.
Because remember I mentioned, well, last time we had the conversation, I said I had 6 kids.
Yeah.
And I got 25 grandkids.
Uh-huh.
But now I got 5 great grands too. Yeah. So the whole deal is my framework is always legacy oriented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all my business stuff, which my many different business areas, all stuff because I gotta leave. My picture is to leave it the proper legacy to the proper ones who show
Absolutely.
responsibility.
Yes, in that space,
Who when
yeah.
when I waste my work.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
that's attached to it. So read the statement again and let's look at it.
Hold on one second. I gotta flip back because I was already ahead. I'm sorry.
I know you're trying to get your next question together.
Yeah, I am because it's a lot that well, you have to get the book and read it because there's a lot. Hold on, I gotta find my page. I apologize, everyone. Hold
No,
on.
it's no problem. It's no problem.
Okay, here we go. Get your body in shape.
Yeah, let's start there.
Stop it. Okay, start there. Get your body in shape.
Start there.
All right.
Start there.
Okay.
So I decided in 2021, I'm start working out again.
Okay.
Start working out. Go do it. I decided that I could not play ball like I used to play ball. Well, my age, they said you ain't supposed to be playing ball, so I was supposed to stop basically doing it. But I had two bad knees. I had played 15 years until I was 60 playing basketball with them kids. I never stopped. Never stopped playing ball. So my doctor had told me, you're going to see me now or you're going to see me later. Yes. So he said, you've been bone on bone 15 years.
Wow.
I'm giving you injections. You get injected and going right back out there playing ball. Back and forth. What you want the knees to fall off? What you trying to do? So I got both knees done at the same time, which is you ain't supposed to do that.
Right.
So I got both of them done at the same time. But I felt like I had enough upper body strength, to handle myself, which I did. I made it through the whole ordeal. But after that, I went right back to working out again.
Okay.
I started working on losing the knee to get agility back, depth. How I knew it ended that I had to change something, I went to play ball with my son and my grandson, and I couldn't stop.
Wow.
So I had on both sides, it was gone. I messed up on both sides. So I'm running down the court. You got to have ability to stop.
Right.
Because I lost on both sides, I couldn't stop.
Okay.
So I'm running straight down the court, and I got to keep going.
Oh.
Until I run to the fence. Because it is that part on both sides that allow you to stop and brace.
Yeah.
It wasn't no stopping and bracing no more.
It was a brace. Wow.
And my son, who's 50 years old now, was looking at me like, Dad, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Along that line. But I lost all my bilateral movement.
Okay.
That was it. So I knew I had to get them done. So the doctor's voice came back to my mind. See me now.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next piece that's attached to it was I decided that I need to get my body in shape.
Yep.
So I immediately started working out on a common basis and having forms of exercise. And I think everybody needs to either have a regimen, whether you walking, I don't care, you got to run every day, whether you walking, whether you doing chair exercise.
Yes.
Whether you dancing,
some form of exercise, yeah.
Something every day. So get your body straight. What's the next one?
Yes. And then get but don't leave out your life. Get your life in shape.
Get your life in shape. And I use the term twice, your body in shape and your life in shape. Because to have a body and a toe down life don't mean nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So get your life in shape because you got to exercise your life just like you exercise your body. You cannot just sit there and get stuck doing the same thing every day, the same way all the time and be happy with it.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to put some variation in it so you can have happiness and completion.
Questions, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
How important is maintaining your own identity while in a relationship?
Absolutely. You are two individuals. You're two people. So you're two people with two ideas and one foundation. You have to be it was a movie called One Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts in it. And Richard Gere went down to interview her. She was the repetitive bride that never got married. When she went to the altar, she ran away. And Richard Gere went down and he interviewed all of the exes. And they said, oh, yeah, she's great, da da da, she's beautiful, so on and so forth. They said, well, and she likes her eggs scrambled just like me. So he went to the next one. He said, oh, no, she likes her eggs sunny side up just like me. So what that told me was that she morphed into what they wanted her to be as opposed to who she truly was as a woman. So then at that point, she had to go back, take inventory of her life and figure out what type of eggs do I really like? Because she didn't know. So a lot of times I think that's what happened in some because we want a relationship so bad or we want to be married so badly. And that goes for men and women. We morph into something they want us to be, but then you can only keep that up for so long.
Yeah, you gotta know who you are. That's back to what we said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know who you are, know what you like, and be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any more questions, Chris?
No, go on.
Okay.
I'll let you go this time.
The leader in you, 79. The leader in you is attractive. What would make people share their resources, families, and community to support someone that they have yet to fully learn? And then to increase that by trusting that person for something they have never seen before. The truth is that with most of our relationships, we are comfortable with what we know and have a grip on it. This means our experience, our records, and our history. Even when we are navigating through situations, we find comfort is that which is familiar or that which we have family with.
Mm-hmm.
And the familiar part, that's the word that caught me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's start with the first thing. The leader in you is attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people always they're going to be drawn to what your meaning is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have no meaning, then you're going to be an artifact for them. So they're
Can
going
you
to
say
be
that
drawn.
again? That hit somebody's spirit in here. The artifact part.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, I try to say it nicely.
Uh-huh.
You know, and so and all of us have been in some purposeless relationship.
Yes.
Or we can say we've been in a relationship and the purpose wasn't really that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say like that.
Okay.
that whole deal. And so if a person's not if who you are is not becoming the essence of what people are drawn to,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to ask what are they drawn to when
Mm-hmm.
they come to me, and then what parts of me
Right.
are attractive. See, you're on attraction again here.
Mm-hmm.
What parts of me are attractive to them, and are they willing to maintain? How do we maintain that level of attraction?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the leader part of you. It's about being the man, being the woman, being who you are, identifying who you are, demonstrating that by the way you handle stuff. You know, and the way you carry yourself and all that stuff. That's the part that ends up being the attraction that's literally attached to it. Now, if there's nothing else to draw from,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then it's just gonna be, you know, we have certain things we're gonna, you know, handle. That's it, and then I see you later.
Yeah. Eventually, it will dwindle. The gas.
Yeah, and that doesn't lead to a healthy future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you decide whether or not I'm gonna be a permanent person
Mm-hmm.
with temporary relationships,
Mm.
and how long I'm gonna deal with temporary situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big decision to make.
So could you build your life with temporary situations and still be happy?
A lot of people, because a lot of people are temporary minded.
Mm. Okay.
And then said, I don't want it. Well, you gave an example kind of earlier from the first person. The person said, I don't want to change nothing. So
Yeah.
we got something good going here. This works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever reason it's working, this works for me. And I don't want to change it. And we're going to keep this just like this for as long as we can. And I'll always be happy. Just
And
like
the other person's that.
If the other person,
I did. I felt bad when I read that. I did. I really did. I was just like, wow, that's a really sad situation. But anywho, so on so you give a diagram on page 108 about discovering the origin. You know I dive into the book now. And so you have to get the book in order to see this, but this is a really cool diagram. So it's set up as discovering the origin. And I'm going to read the parts over here as opposed to the diagram. So the male and the female categories accent some of our undeveloped innate personality traits, while the man and the woman categories identifying our mature presentation to the world. Quiet and interestedly, when we observe them up against each other, we can see the measures of behavior that make our growth transitions clearer to us. She looks for honest love. He has to have control. I love you, but on my terms. His selfishness shows his pride. Therefore, she feels no security. She reaches out for understanding. He says, you're crowding me. I need my independence. You'll notice that in the male and the female categories, he needs approval while she needs acceptance.
Okay, before you go further, let's break that out.
Okay.
Let's break that down a little bit. So when we talk about discovering origin, I was talking about I actually separated that there are these categories for male and man, for female, for woman. So we're still talking about just two people, but male,
female,
man, female, woman. The male part of him wants to have control, has pride. I'm independent.
Yes.
I'm the man. That's it. Yeah. That's the male part of him. Okay. The man part of him is that I work and I provide. That I'm a cultivator. I'm going to make room for growth. And that the man category says I'm a protector. What I love, I'm going to protect. I'll cover. Okay. Same man.
Same man.
He's got both parts. Male, he's got man. Female part, it's honest love.
Yeah.
I'm on honest love. Don't fake with me.
Yeah.
If it's real. Security. You gonna have my back? Yeah. Understanding. Okay. We have some understanding. The woman part of her is she carries way better than men. We don't carry nothing near well as y'all carry it. She carries. She sees crap we don't see. I call it crap. To her, it most likely ain't crap.
Right.
And she develops better than me because she's a deliverer. So her finishing me helps me become who I'm supposed to be when I recognize her value. I understand that she can make me be what I can never be without her. That's the other piece that's attached to it. So now let's go back to the thing. The male and the female categories accent our undeveloped innate personality traits. The reason I was there because the male part control, pride, and independence, and female part, I just need honest love, I need security, I need understanding. They accent our undeveloped nature that need to grow up. That's the part of us that need to grow up. But the man-woman categories, they accent I become grown now. When we did this earlier, when we talked about boy, man, father and daddy. So the whole deal is that the man area, I'm gonna work, provide, I'm take care of my business, I'm gonna cultivate, I'm gonna make room for growth. This is gonna be a great relationship, and I'm gonna protect our effort together. That's gonna be kind of what it is. The woman part is that, man, when you do your part like that, I'm gonna carry it. I'm gonna carry this thing. I'm gonna develop it, and then at the end of it, I'm gonna deliver because I can deliver better than you can deliver any day.
Absolutely.
And the two of those, when in the more mature categories, all of a sudden you see the enhancement of a relationship come together.
Yes.
And you see the productivity come from it at that particular time. It works just the opposite when you don't use it the correct way.
It deteriorates and tears it down.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to read the rest of the page. So because I actually like the it's kind of like a culmination part, right? So he works and provides. He's finally grown up and responsible. She carries. Her love makes her value what he offers, and she treats it with importance. He cultivates. His love makes him make room for what he sees as our work and improvement. She develops. She generally a better finisher than he is in his project orientated process. He protects. He sees the worth in their partnership and he defines it vigorously. Together they deliver. Two are Ecclesiastics 4, 9, and 10. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift the other up. Caution to the one who is alone when he falls, for he does not have another to help him up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was powerful. I like that. I was like, wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, I can't.
Because you can't do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move forward here to page 114, and it talks about together we are good, but not totally adequate without accountability. Accountability says that I will be responsible through my transparency. Now that's a big wow. The word transparency is the monitor that keeps them both honest.
I love it. Because the essence of relationship does include the three. There needs to be loyalty, there needs to be faithfulness, and there needs to be accountability. Loyalty, faithfulness, and accountability. That whole piece speaks to the fact that whatever we're supposed to have, I'll make that happen. That I will dedicate myself to it, and then I will also pay the price to make sure it's a part of a relationship. That whole thing, that's very much attached to the whole process. I'm going to experience the best relationship I ever had when I understand that there's a hope for loving relationship. That's what you were talking about.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have any questions?
Yeah. Go, Chris, go.
This is an interesting one. How should couples navigate relationships with in-laws and/or extended family?
Carefully.
Please expound on that answer, because that's actually a lot of people in the room have been in relationships where they don't get along with the other person's kids, siblings, parents, or other family members or friends. So how do they, how should they negotiate that?
Okay, so when does that start? I think that's the whole deal. Because wherever the question, I don't know if the question came from somebody here. When does it start?
It came from me. I have my own list of questions.
You wrote that. Okay. So if it starts there, then navigating relationship with, you say, kids, in-laws.
It could be friends, family members. You know how when people get involved in relationships, sometimes that one friend doesn't like that person. Sometimes that parent doesn't like who you're dating. Sometimes it could be most people at this age have kids already, and they may not like who you're dating. So how do you navigate that between that person and their family? Okay, and this could be somebody that you're intimately involved with. They check all the boxes, and you're looking to take that next step. How do you navigate that?
That's an interesting statement you said. The last one you said they check all the boxes, because the first box is for people outside of your relationship. Do you respect my decisions?
That's
Do
important.
you respect my choices? How valuable is what I need? What I need is to you, and will what I need and makes me happy be important to you? Because that has a lot to do with it. The initial part that's attached to it. The other part of it is, and maybe you guys have some utopia relationships, but I don't. But I don't actually believe that you make everybody happy. No, that.
No, I think what you just said is key to it. Do you respect my decisions? That's actually a good solid answer to to most of that question.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the whole deal is some people will never accept your choice. And some people will never stand for what you like. And some people had an idea for you that they wish you had taken. And if you didn't take that idea, then they'll always have issues with everybody else that's in that category for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's a clear decision that to be made about, how much worth can I have in our relationship and value do I put on it if you don't respect where I am?
So, this is our last part, but this is actually interesting though. I'm on page 85, and this is, I saved the best for last.
Oh, Lord. Let's see.
Don't do that. Yes.
You got a question?
Oh, I'm sorry, you had a question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bishop Boyd, I
Yeah.
want to try to ask this question best to my ability.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about love.
Yep.
And not just relationship love, when you involve with someone relationship wise, but just love in the aspects of people you come across in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's your job, people on your job, people you work out with, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
My late pastor, James E. Lattimore, always said, loving you to life.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that? How do you walk in that? In your daily life, throughout the day, and daily, to love someone to life? What does that even look like?
Do you want me to ask you, did he accomplish it?
Well,
In some
I wasn't
particular
monetizing him. I wasn't monitoring it, but to me, he loved me to some degree. And
Absolutely.
Some degrees, I may have felt.
Because that concept that he had of loving you to life was, I'm going to keep making sure that I make available for you what you're going to need to live better.
Right.
And I'm going to make sure that his definition was very much attached to that loving you to life is that the part of you that you can't stand and can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to love it to it's right for you.
Yep.
And love you into a position of being able to live into it. That was the meaning of the journey that's attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
But loving you to life also meant, and I'll say this because he was a spiritual son for a while for me. The whole deal was that I'm gonna love you through the stuff that's killing you until the stuff that stops killing you, and you get a chance to enjoy your life because of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it was.
That statement does stick with me a lot.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he said it all the time.
It wasn't about him, but it's about the statement itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to, we're not ending, but we're going to pause it. We have some other things we have to do as well. But I'm going to leave us on this note, which I thought was so powerful. This is the kind of this that makes life bleed. It can go from people to purchases, from purchases to products. It can be dangerous to be able to have access to everything that catches our eyes, especially when there is no corresponding discipline to keep it all balanced. Remember that choice is a gift that is often unearned, so choose wisely. Simply Simon. And there's another part to this here, and it's the last statement, then I'll let you work through this. On a personal note, I once asked God, where is my blessing? Where is it? The immediate impression he placed on my heart was, I have a blessing for you. I just don't have one for the atmosphere you've chosen to be in. That was happy.
That was real.
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I've said for years, and there's a couple of people from church here that I say all the time is, and I probably said it a long time, but I've said it for years, is you cannot expect God to give you what your heart desires if you keep all your replacements.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
The big deal is that many of us have become accustomed to our replacements. We're in relationship with our replacements. Sometimes we're not even fond of them anymore. We just have gotten in the system, in the cycle of letting replacements satisfy us. And the whole deal is that often what God would have for you needs your replacements out the equation because what He has for you is not for them. And that whole situation, when that came to my mind that particular way, I have a blessing for you. I just don't have it for the atmosphere you chose to be in. Is that if you get out the atmosphere, you can get what you're supposed to have. You got a choice you got to make. And so you can have what your heart desires.
Nikki, did you have a question? You good? I'm glad you came. I told you, right? You felt that? Did you feel that? Yeah, I know. It was right there. I know it was. So
Wait, let me follow up.
go ahead.
Love or compatibility, which means more?
Love means more automatically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Compatibility is a practice. That's the practice room.
Yep.
You know, when you compatibility is that you finding it. You know, love is you got it.
That's right. And you work with it. You work through it. You nourish it. You fertilize it. You cultivate it. You watch it grow. You prune it when it needs to be, and you love it all at the same time. Just like with your car, you go and you love your car. You wash your car. You change the tail light when it's broken. You drain the oil when it needs to be changed. You drain the transmission fluid. All of that rolled into one is what you do for that person.
Yeah, let's go back to the two words: love and compatibility.
Yeah.
Compatibility, you can walk together. Love, can you stay in step?
That's right. Alignment.
That's kind of what it is. Can you stay in step with me? That's it. Can I stay in step with you? Because if we stay in step, we're gonna make it at the same time. Yeah. Shauna?
Yes.
Any other questions?
I'm good. I'm gonna see if there's any more questions in the audience. I mean, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna read that one more again because that was just in my spirit. I read this literally. You know, this was for me. Remember the first book, and you came in here. We talked about the word reminisce, and the whole room went up.
Yeah.
This did the same thing for me when I read this.
Yeah.
Remember that choice is a gift that is often unearned, so choose wisely. Now, prior to that, and the part you said it can be dangerous to be able to have access to everything. And I was having a discussion with a couple of my girlfriends and we were talking, and they were like, oh, well, you know, I can do this or I can do that because I have access to it. I said, but does that mean that it's good for you? Just because you have the ability to do or buy or move or do things a certain way, does that mean it's good for you? And for the moment, it may be good to you, but is it good for you in the long run? And this kind of solidified that conversation that we had. On a personal note, I once asked God, where is my blessing? The immediate impression He placed on my heart was, I have a blessing for you. I just don't have one for the atmosphere you've chosen to be in. And that's free will.
Yeah.
Because we have free will for whatever we want to do. Get up if you want purple bubble gum today. You want to wear white today, green tomorrow. You have free will. But how you use that free will determines how your blessings will flow.
Yeah, metamorphosis is interesting.
Yeah.
Because metamorphosis includes two things. It includes changing and it includes evolving. One deal is, what is the change become? What are you becoming through change? The second one is, what are you evolving into?
Because
and
of that
so
change, yeah.
when you are making changes, you know, when your taste change, does your taste also evolve? You know, because when you are evolving, you're evolving because this is getting ready to be the definition and the purpose of what I end up being. And so what I want to end up being is what the original intent for me was.
Your purpose.
Not making myself something that fits what my atmosphere is.
Right.
Under
That was
any
never
circumstance.
intended. Yeah.
So
Never intended.
sometimes I do have to let go certain things.
Yes.
Or make sure I shift my atmosphere. Because some things don't fit in my atmosphere anymore.
This is true.
Sometimes you got to throw the old clothes away. You know, and say, I'm letting those go. Sometimes you got to say, that don't fit my life no more. So I'm going to, I get out of the way and discard it. And sometimes you got to say, hey, that doesn't, that's not giving me what I need.
Yeah.
And so you got to define, what do I need? No. And how do I know what it is? And how do I make it work for me?
Absolutely. So Simon, I want to say thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like Mr. and Mrs. Jolly, Melissa and Mark, I feel like an after dark coming on, in the evening, in that little corner over there. We'll figure it out. But I feel that in this space, just to do something a little different, because I think we're gonna have a part 3. I know it's gonna be. But
I told you I'm willing to talk about a little heavier subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without knowing about it, this.
I got you. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
But I'm direct.
Absolutely. No, and that's the part of it.
I'll be directing that conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the part that makes it so beautiful, because you are direct, you are personable, and you are transparent when you're delivering the information that you're delivering.
Yeah.
People can feel that. They can feel that there's no what they say, airs. My grandmother say that, but my mother say airs. There's no airs about that person. They're just exactly who they are. And that's important. So thank you for being and always being here and being present. Thank you, Lynn, for this developing this relationship, for Simon to be here and to talk about the books and everything like that. We greatly appreciate it. So this part is the second part, and we're going to wrap it up quickly because I know Ron has to get moving too. But
well, let's thank you too. Let's thank Sean for another great second anniversary. Congratulations.
Oh, y'all so cute. But I really love this. And this just all happened from a conversation that we're going to do this. And we're like, oh, yeah, we'll just do it one time. But I said, no, I think we're going to do this every 4 Saturdays. Like, every 4 Saturday. All right, we got to figure it out. So, first and foremost, the king and queen of this house, if you all will come up here, I have something for you. I wanted to say thank you. So, the queens of the Ladies Collective, I need a big round of applause. So, the Ladies Collective at ECL, in collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, presents you with the Premier Sponsor Award, Element Cigar Lounge, in recognition for your outstanding support, partnership, and commitment to empowering creativity, inspiring excellence, and making an impact in our community. Your support is our mission, a stronger community. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful movement. So I'm going to give you thanks. Hold on. See, I told you I had something special. We have to be here early. Oh, wait. And this is the and this is your award. It's a shooting star. Just so if you ever forget, that you always a shooting star.
Okay.
Okay, see, I got to get a photo. Come on.
Photo first, big smile. Here we go, right here. 3, 2. All right, hold the video, big smile. And you got it.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, so I expect to see that up somewhere so I can, so they will know that you all were awarded an honor today. All right. So I have one also for Ed Franks, but Misty told me she was going to be away working. So, and then Vibe Coffee from Lima, Ohio, which is our other one. We'll have to send that to Dr. Carlton. So last but not least, as always, we always laugh about this, right? So the Ladies Collective at ECO, with collaboration with Shoshana Speaks, the Excellence in Partnership Award presented to LT Mechanical in recognition for your outstanding partnership, collaboration, and shared commitment to excellence. Together, we achieve more and build more, stronger in this community. Thank you for your dedication, trust, and continued partnership. Your support makes a lasting impression. And I love you, baby.
And he's sharp too. He's sharp.
Oh, wait, you gotta get them.
Yeah, this.
Where you going?
Let me.
Oh, here. You gonna put it down?
Yeah, the Star Search.
Okay. Right here. Smile. 3, 2. Open video. And you got it.
Okay.
Did you want?
I just want to. I promise I'll make this short. Shoshana, you've done a great job with this platform. You know, we were here on a Friday night, and Chris and Melissa were brainstorming, and you know, Chris was like, "We got to do something for the ladies," and it was more because the whole cigars, coffee, and conversation had started, and you know, it was kind of catered towards men, and you know, us just being healthy and the way that men grow, the way that we, you know, basically feed off each other, iron sharpens iron. And, you know, Chris was like, you know what? Shauna, and I don't know how Aisha's name was originally spoken to that. And then Melissa would be great in that type of forum. And, you know, it was something that was just tossed around early, but, you know, again, thank you for continuing that vision. And I, you know, I help as much as I can, as often as I can with Melissa and Mark. So, you know, we're trying to grow and continue to grow this. So good job. Congratulations on where you are.
Thank you.
Mark and Melissa, you guys are doing a great job here. Mark, you know, 10 toes down, you know, I'm with you, bro. And then thank you, Simon.
I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Because I get it, right? Yeah. So you coming, hey y'all, he came, just walked in the door, dropping gems, knowledge, and everything. And if nothing else, you know, I would appreciate you guys just visiting his table and, you know, pouring into what he's doing, because he didn't have to come here to drop this. And this is a very, very wise man on so many different levels. And just the way that him and we sit sometimes and talk. It was funny how I was corrected the other day, and I needed that. I needed that. So we just talk on that level, you know, because usually when I smoke, when I do my, you know, I'm smoking or whatever, I'm by myself. But, you know, when you got somebody that can just tap you and say, you know, maybe you should think of it this way, and respect that person enough to actually take it in, okay? Because, you know, he got my best interest at heart. He ain't gonna feed me nothing that I'm gonna go wayward, you know, I'm gonna go astray. So I'll stop. Chris, I got the note. I'm gonna stop talking now. But, you know, hey, somebody needs to hear that message, Mark. And I think my story one day may be told, probably on this platform or another one.
Absolutely.
But again, here you go. You can have the mic back. Love you.
Love you
Congratulations.
too. Thank you. So, yes, Simon Bishop has a table of it if you like to purchase his book. And then a few of you did request that I brought my book, and I did bring it.
Good stuff.
So I can make sure you guys get it. I promise, because I got really asked and told that I didn't do something I was supposed to. So I never want to be in that space that I don't honor my word to make sure everyone has what they need from me, at least. So in closing, thank you so much to Element Cigar Lounge, Mark and Melissa Jolly. Thank you to Vibe Coffee in Lima, Ohio. Thank you to Ed Frank Cigars for all that they do. And last but not least, thank you, LT Mechanical, because we tell Air where to go, for your support and your sponsorship. This has been a phenomenal 2-year anniversary, and I hope that we can celebrate many, many more. And as always, you can always find a little TLC at ECL. You all have a great afternoon and enjoy your weekend.
One thing we want to thank our bar stars, Tasha and
Nikki, yes.
Also chiming in, watching online is Danielle. She says yes to After Dark. And ECL strong, so we want to.
There we go.
Thank you to all of our bar stars.
All right. Thank you, Danielle. Okay. All right.
Oh, there. Listen to this real quick.
Okay.
This is a song I wrote years ago. It's,
I heard that on the CD.
yeah.
And this is Simon singing.
Trying to hold on to things never meant to last. The song is how it was, how it felt.
Yeah.
I never thought it would be. But now I know it was just meant.
It was just meant for then. Indeed. Oh my goodness.
All right.
So everyone, if you all would come to the front so we can